Hey everybody, it's Darnell Crittenden from DC Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave a notification on so you not miss DTV at its best. And this is D's Word of the Night, Monday, January 13th, 2025. Right now, the Spotty 09 show is at 837 subscribers. So let's try to get at least 855 subscribers between now and the end of this month is out. Well, what's going to be my word of the night? Well, I got to get this off my chest right now. The word of the night is stupidity. And I say that because I'm going to make this brief and then we're going to go on to other topics. I believe in human factor. I believe for the fact we all make mistakes. We all do error. We all do honest mistakes. The list goes on and on. It's all about being human. Even sometimes being stupid is all about being human. But when it gets to the point where stupidity outweigh the intelligence, outweigh the common sense, outweigh to the point where nothing doesn't seem right at all. Again, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I will admit, Lord knows I'm not the smartest, intelligent person in the world. But I ain't the dumbest either. And tonight, I just got to get this off my chest. Tonight, I'm going to say this and I'm going to brief and I'm going to go on to other topics. On my way home, long day at work, 12 hours in the cold, doing my normal routine for the past 19 years, going on 20 years at the end of this year. But in any case, on my way home, on the L platform, me and a few other people waiting on the train. Now, the train that I did saw wasn't my train. It was an Orange Line train that's going to Midway Airport. That's here in Chicago, because we have two airports. We have Midway and we have O'Hare. Okay, so I'm standing on the platform, minding my own business. It's cold. I'm ready to go home. After 12 hours, I don't want to see nothing else. Just ready to go home, enjoy my 3 days off. And this guy, I gotta get off my chest. This guy called himself getting on the train, and he missed his train. I'm like, okay, cool. He missed his train. I'm sure he's gonna wait for the next one. Wrong. This fool turns around. Now, mind you, we on the elevated tracks. And whether you in New York, Prince Unique, shout out goes out to Prince You Yeet. Right now my party's open for 7 right now. First come, first serve. I'm glad you're on my show right now. So again, shout out goes out to my co-host of New York City, Prince You Yeet, aka Matt Unique, aka we all part of the Jeremiah King Club, so he already knows that, because I know, because he made me a member of it, but we'll get to that momentarily. But in any case, I'm glad you're on my show right now. But in any case, this guy, now mind you, whether you're in New York City, whether you're in Chicago, the one thing you don't want to do is stand on the tracks, especially the subway tracks. This guy turns around. Now mind you, we on the elevated tracks. We're like maybe 30, if not 50 feet up in the air. That's a long drop if you fall, knowing for the fact that 1, it's cold here in Chicago, 2, you're taking a chance on slipping and electrocuting yourself, 3, you're dealing with 600,000 volts of electricity going through your body, and 4, it's a chance this guy might slip and fall on the ice and get fried or whatever. But as I'm looking at this, me and a few other customers like, what the hell is this guy doing? This guy was completely nuts. And he came close. In a way I feel sorry for him, but in a way I don't. He came close to tripping over the damn third rail. And I'm like, did you, I mean, what's wrong with you? Did your brain and your mind completely had a divorce to the fact where it clearly say danger, high voltage, do not step on the tracks? No, no, I gotta break my state of direction just for a brief second. No, not this jackass in the box. He turns around. Now, mind you, he's going from platform to platform, but instead of him not doing that, he's going over 4 lanes of tracks. It could have killed him. And then after he made it safely across, mind you, he almost slipped, but somehow he regained his balance and made it over. And me and a couple other customers, what the hell's wrong with you? Again, sometimes you that stupid to the point where you nearly got yourself killed. I'm sorry, man, but that's why I draw the line. To each his own. God gave everybody individual right of free will. Yeah, Prince, the dude had a death wish. Now, his was so pissed off about it. He missed his train. That's one thing. I understand that. That's no problem. Do the smartest thing in the world. Stand on the platform, wait for another train. But no, he wanted to go on the opposite side. So you figure, all right, he gonna walk down the stairs, take the platform, go across the other side, and go the opposite direction. No, this idiot turns around, goes over 4 lanes of tracks. Because you got tracks going in different directions. You got tracks that's going northbound. You got tracks going southbound. Okay, because at first he wanted to go northbound. No, that wasn't good enough for him. He gets off the platform. Now, man, you're going through 4 lanes of tracks, 4 lanes of intersection, going over each and every track. He barely made it to the fourth track. He almost slipped and fried himself. And I don't wish nothing bad on anybody. I mean, I'm glad he made it safe, but it's the fact that, is it worth it? Dude, I've been catching the trains. I've been catching public transportation since I was 11 years old. And here it is. I'm 59 and I'm still doing the thing. I don't care how bad I want to get home, man. It ain't worth losing your life over. And this guy came this close. Thank God there wasn't no ice on the track, but he came this close to almost killing himself because he wanted to give himself a deadly shortcut. This is why I got the word of the night called stupidity. Again, we all make mistakes. We all do things we ain't got no business doing. We all do. I make mistakes too. Sometimes I do stupid things, not to the point it's going to invalue my life. All right? That's why, like I told you, Prince, the last time, there should be a law against stupidity. There should be, because that's what's wrong with the world now. I don't have all the answers, but the things I see, I might see things different than others that what makes the world go wrong. But I'm gonna tell you personally what I see in the world that's wrong right now. 3 things. One, man is losing faith in God. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That is the truth. I can't say that for everybody, but that's the truth. 2, we ain't got enough intelligence in the world. We ain't got enough brains in the world. Where are the Bill Gates at? Where are the Steve Jobs at? Where are the Albert Einsteins at? Where they at? Because they sure ain't here right now. And 3, finances. So if you ain't got faith, finances, and some intelligence, the world is going straight to hell. Everything else we already got. We got family, we got friends and all that. That's cool. But at the same time, hate to say it, that ain't enough. Not the way this world going. That ain't enough. And in 2025, I came close to seeing a guy almost commit suicide just so he could make it across 4 lanes of tracks to get where he was going. To me, that is stupid. Because I told you once before, I'm not a politician, which I don't want to bring that up. That's another story for another time. But if I was a politician, my first order of business, I would get rid of all the stupidity and lock them away. I would. I would change all the first thing I would do. I would change all the laws in the world because the laws we got is stupid. It is just stupid. I would change it all. You ain't serving God. You ain't at work. Okay, you ain't as far as going to school. You getting locked up. And I hate to say it, but tell you the truth, that's the way the world's supposed to be. Because it's nobody ain't thinking no more. Because I tell you right now, heck, I'll put it like this. If we go that route, I'm not saying the world will be a better place, but at the same time, the world will have some common sense to know what's really going on. And I'm looking at this guy like, is you nuts? And the killing part about it, he almost died trying to make it to the fourth track. Now, man, this 600,000 volts of electricity, you will be microwaved from the inside out, like chippy, like let's go back in the old school days, like Jiffy Pop popcorn. When you pop it over the stove, after 30 seconds, pop, bag, boom. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. Dude, again, I catch public transportation every day. I catch these same trains every day for 59 years. I don't care how bad I want to get home. I'm not about to go across 4 lanes of tracks. Now keep in mind, you got that third rail in between each and every last one of them. That is a dangerous game. Okay, and I tell anybody, some games was just not meant to be played. And when you play a dangerous game like that, I don't care how bad you want to make it to your destination. Dude, I will wait for another train or I will catch a bus. All else fails, my last resort. Even though I don't want to, I will catch a Uber. Okay, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get home safe. And then after he made it there safe, this guy had to been a whack job. He started acting a damn fool. Not worth losing your life over. Yes, that's true. It's not. People got to learn how to think. You know, there's a saying in the Bible, the meek shall inherit the earth, but only the strong survive. But at the same time, it don't hurt to have a little common sense too. It don't. That's what's wrong with the world now. Okay, and I see it even at 59. Right now I'm not in no rush to see the big 6-0 this year. I got plenty of time for that. But the point is, nobody thinks. Like Omni Man from Invincibles on Amazon Plus. Think. Nobody thinks. Nobody thinks. Again, I am not the smartest guy in the world. But Lord knows I ain't the dumbest. You know, a man is measured by the way he thinks, depending on how he uses action towards his own self-being. And that's the problem with the world now. Man forgot what it's like to think. Man forgot what it's like basically to be human. Okay? Because to me, it's stupid. Dude, that's all it takes. I don't care how bad I want to get home. It ain't worth losing your life if you trip. Now keep in mind, these tracks freeze up, especially in the wintertime. All it takes, even if you don't step on the live track that's gonna burn you up, you can step on a track that's don't even have electricity and trip over to the one that does fry you. Okay, then what? You dead. You is dead. And like I said, I don't like to talk about death. I don't wish nothing bad on anybody because I don't want nobody wishing nothing bad on me. But it's just nobody thinks. Okay, it pays to think. You know, I don't care what you say. I'll look as far as what you do. Okay, me, hey, I make mistakes too. I do stupid things too. I'm no perfect than that guy, but I got enough common sense to know I'm not about to die over 4 lanes of tracks, knowing mine there's over 600,000 volts of electricity in between those 4 lanes that will kill me. When you're dead, you're dead. All it takes is a second for anything to happen. Dude, all it takes is a moment for anything to happen. So yeah, you're right, Prince. All it does, it takes a second. So like some Final Destination type of event. You know, somebody was asking me that the other day, did I ever watch Final Destination? I said no. But then again, because besides you being my best friend, my other best friend, Larry Leonard, because I'm going to change lanes for a quick second, I'm going to talk about other topics. He's into that horror kind of thing. And again, shout out goes out to the guru, Larry Leonard, at the Larry Leonard headquarters. And him and a couple other people asked me, do I watch Final Destination? I said, no, I haven't seen Final Destination 1 and 2, but at the same time, now, after seeing that, not so much as seeing it, now after getting ideals from that, I believe there's truth in some of those movies, because anytime you see in some parts of the movie where you almost get hit by a car, or you almost fall down by a tree, or a lion getting plowed, trying to kill you or whatever, there's truth to that. There are faster things in this world that's more faster than a bullet right now. I remember there used to be a show on Spike TV back in the mid-90s called 1,000 Ways to Die. And believe it or not, I used to watch that show just to see if there's some truth to that. And believe it or not, there is over 1,000 ways to die. I take that back. There's 1,001. Try to mess with somebody's money nowadays, knowing how the world is, and see what happens. But this, I don't get it, man. All I said once, I'll say it again. God will be with them when none of us will, but it's time for the world to need answers. Matt Unique said, real type of Final Destination scenario happening. Dude, from what I saw, it looked to the point he almost came this close, man. And what made it so tripped out, I'm on the other side of the platform, me and maybe like a half a dozen people. And I'm sitting up here, I'm on my phone just watching some YouTube videos. And then I just glance over my eye, I'm like, you got to be kidding. And the killing, and what makes it even more scary, since you mentioned Final Destination, the train. Now, mind you, the train was less than 10 feet in front of her. And lucky for the conductor, she was smart enough to slow down. Because I'm looking at this, and if you're a Superman fan, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, okay, well, this is 2025. More faster than an L train. Now, mind you, now she's at top speed. She just so happens to see this idiot going across 4 lanes of tracks. Now, lucky for her, her sense of perception, as far as she's checking everything out, she's knowing her surroundings. Have she would have not seen him, dude, that idiot will be plowed down, and somebody gonna have to get a mop and a squeegee and some sponges and saturate his ASS off the tracks. People, we have got to learn to think. In this world, it pays to think. It pays to be vigilant. It pays to be, yeah. And I'm looking, excuse me, she was like less than 10 feet of plowing this fool. And what saved him, lucky for her, she cut her fog lights on just to get a closer look, because at first the fog lights, like anything that has wheels have lights and fog lights. So lucky for her, she just happened to cut her fog lights on, because she was going at top speed. My guess is she was doing at least over 80 miles per hour. And even on a railroad, even on a L track, on an L train, that's still pretty fast. Some of them trains can go up to 80 to 150, over 130 miles per hour. Some of them even go faster than that. And she was like less than 10 feet of plowing this idiot. Lucky for her, she was well-trained CTA instructor, cut her fog lights on, and she slowed down within moments and waited, because she was going to report it in, because I'm seeing her getting on her walkie-talkie about to call the police. And she slowed down long enough to make sure this idiot made it across the other side of the platform. Good thing she caught it. Dude, if you would have saw how fast she was gunning, some of these trains in Chicago run slow, some of them run fast. She was doing at least 80 miles per hour, dude. She was gunning 80. Now, mind you, she stopped in less than 10 feet in front of this guy. And what saved him, them fog lights was on. If she wouldn't have cut them fog lights on, she would have never knew. We probably would have saw it from a greater distance than she would, because she's flying, dude. I kid you not. But I want to wrap this subject as far as stupidity is concerned. The world needs to learn to think. Because, dude, I don't know, was he touched in the head? I don't know. I don't care how stupid you is. I ain't that stupid to the point I'm gonna walk over some tracks knowing, one, it's cold outside, two, it could have been snow and ice on them tracks, three, he came close to killing himself. Dude, I'm on public transportation every day for 59 years. I don't care how bad I get home, dude, or how bad I get to work. I get there. I'd rather get there safe than sorry. I'd rather be safe than late than sorry and dead right now. And this guy can't do it. I'm telling you, lucky for him, he regained his balance. And that's stupid to me. Which I'm bringing up this topic right now, and I'm about to finish this topic. People, we have got to learn to think. We got to learn to think. And ask yourself, is it worth losing your life? Is it worth losing it? I'd rather catch a cab home, or I'll do a Bill Bixby in the Incredible Hulk. You know, the lonely man. I'll do the hitchhike thing. I will pull my thumb back and keep on going. I will do this. I'd rather take a chance on hitchhiking. Even that's dangerous. But I'd rather take a chance on hitchhiking any given day. Even though I don't want to do that, then go across some railroad tracks, or in this case, some subway train tracks, knowing you ain't got no business doing that. People, I'm about to wrap up this topic about stupidity. We have got to learn to think. We have got to learn to be mindful. We have got to learn to have common sense. We have got to learn to just think. If you don't understand it, okay, we living in the world of the mark of the beast now, man. Yahoo it, Google it, YouTube it, learn. You know, we got it on our phone. Learn it. You don't know what stupidity is? You can Google it now. It'll tell you. If there was a picture and they had the word stupidity on it, his face should be right next to it. Back in the old school days, you know, in the dictionary where they write it down, and then on some dictionary words they put a picture right next to it. You can get a better example of it. They need to bring that back. Because again, Prince, man forgot what it's like to be human, dude. We forgot. But it ain't never too late to learn. You're never too young or too old to learn. But it ain't worth losing your life over. I'm on public transportation every day. Every day. Even tomorrow I gotta get out and do a couple of runs. But I do it every day. I'm on a train platform. If I miss that train, I'm gonna miss that train. I'll wait. You remember back in the days? Shoot, when I was back in kindergarten, back in the days, you know what I'm talking about, because you even remember. Back in the days, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna say back in the late 70s, just going into the 80s. When we had, you know what it's like when we was back in kindergarten, back in grammar school, when we had them big, huge, Alamax dictionaries where you have to take two hands to flip the pages, and on certain words, it'll give you a picture of that definition. They need to bring that back. Okay, I will put his face in that dictionary that defined stupidity. You know, we grew up back in the days when we actually wore the dunce hat on our head that shaped like a cone and had the big letter dunce on it. Dude, I wore that one time. Yeah, them big, huge. You know what I'm talking about? Them big, huge encyclopedias. I grew up in that era. Big encyclopedias, like dictionaries. Yeah, dude. Where it takes two hands to flip the page, and you got to be careful not to tear the page up as you flipping it over. Yeah, dude, I was born in '65, so you know I'm telling the truth. Now, shoot, you can find anything. You don't even have to use a dictionary no more. You can just Google it and it'll tell you. But I'm talking about before we had this and all that. It literally had, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you know how big them encyclopedia books is, right? They had the dictionaries the same way. Okay, I grew up back in the days where, where the encyclopedia man will come to your house every month and sell you two books. He'll sell you A and B, next month C and D, and so forth and so forth. And by the end of the year, you will have all the encyclopedia books. My dad used to buy them, or I wish I'd have had them to this day, but my dad used to buy those encyclopedia books from the encyclopedia man. Back in the old school days, they will come to your house and will sell you encyclopedias. And ball man used to buy them. Like days we ain't in school, we will have to study those two books. Okay, we have to study A and B. Next month C and D are coming to mail. They send you two books. Okay, back then books was cheap as hell. I guarantee you before the end of the year, you will have all 26 letters of the alphabet. Yeah, with some weight on the dictionaries. Are you kidding me? Dude, I'm telling you, I was in grammar school and, not take that back. I was in kindergarten, then later after grammar school, I didn't have it. But in kindergarten, And then here's the killer part, because the books were so big back then, you could share it with you and two or three other your classmates just trying to find out what word you're looking for. Because I'm telling you, the book was huge, dude. I mean, it was huge. Because I couldn't carry it by myself. Sometimes I'd get me and another friend of mine, and back in the days when you back in kindergarten, because when you're in kindergarten, I got to go back down memory lane for a second. When you're in kindergarten, back then, at 9 years old, 10 pounds is heavy for a 9-year-old back then. Probably like 10 pounds plus or more, if I'm correct. Yeah. I'm like 8, 9 years old. Me and a couple of my friends, we carrying this big dictionary. We all used to sit around a round table in kindergarten. Because when you're in kindergarten, because you got the big round table, all the kids be at the round table, reading, doing whatever, and then all the desks. This is how I was when I grew up. All the desks will be in the back of the class. In the front of the class, you got the teacher's desk, and then in the middle of the classroom, you got the round circle. The round circle, you got away with murder, because you're doing your schoolwork. Sometimes you eat your lunch there. Sometimes you do whatever the teacher wants you to do. I was one of those kids that sat at the big round table at 9 years old, and then we had maybe 2 dictionaries, huge. And I know, and I'm looking at my teacher like, there's no way I'm about to pick this up. I didn't say it back then, but I'm telling my teacher, Mrs. Stevens, I'm like, I can't pick this up. I'm 9 years old picking up 10 pounds. So we have to do teamwork. I'm telling my friends, hey man, so between me and 2 other guys at 9 years old, we picking this book up, trying not to drop the thing and put it on the desk. And we turning the pages with 2 hands. So I know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, it's also like it's like the theosaurus. Yup, that's what it was too. But they were big, big books. All right, now, sure, I didn't start after grammar school. The books started getting smaller. After high school, the books was medium sized but thick as hell. Okay, you know, if you go to, especially in high school, if you go to high school, even back then, back in the 80s and 90s, if you walk down the hallway with with 5 books, you good. But if, that means for every book you have 5 classes. So if I walk away with 5 books, I got 5 classes. Now, if you got more than 5 books, you got hell on your hands. Straight up. Straight up, man. Like, shoot. Like freshman year, I'm walking around with 8 books. Man, half them books I put in my locker, the other half I use for whatever class I gotta go through during the day. But when you make it to your senior year, now you down to like 4 or 5 books. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was growing up, freshman, sophomore, junior year, oh, you walking down that hallway with 7 or 8 books. Now, we don't need books no more. This is your book right here. You don't need books no more. You got this now. Straight up. But you know what I'm talking about? The thesauruses, the the encyclopedias. But what killed me the most besides that, the encyclopedias, the big dictionaries, was huge. The 1886 Webster World Dictionary is legit. Yeah, we had that. We had that. Let me just do this right quick. I'm losing signal. I gotta keep touching my screen. But yeah, man, we had that. Straight up. It was crazy. It was crazy. My tablet went to sleep. That's why I'm cutting it on right now. So give me a second while I take. I gotta keep touching the screen. My bad. But yeah, man. Straight up. It was nuts. But let me just wrap this up right now. People, we got to learn to think. And I tell you right now, this is 2025. If you would have went back in our era decades ago from, I'm going to say, from the 70s all the way up, it's good to read physical books. To this day, I still do. If we got it made now, everything you can find now, you ain't got to find in the book no more. Everything you find is right here. But I'm going to tell you, from the 70s all the way up really until the 90s, we didn't have this. We had books. We actually had to read that. If we didn't read it, we took notes. If we didn't take notes, you know, we had someone else to help us out with the notes. Now, we got this. Just imagine if we was in 2025 and we walking around with 8 books trying to go to class every day. And I'm going to tell you right now to this new generation, man, you wouldn't survive. You would not survive. I have. Now, we got it made. And even if we do got smartphones, just because everybody got smartphones now doesn't make them a PhD graduate. No. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Even though I do love my technology, but I can get more understanding reading it than it is for me to tap the screen and keep scrolling down. Sure, that helps it, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes I'm cheating my brain. Read it. Read it. It's time for the world to stop being stupid. The world needs answers. The world needs faith. The world needs intelligence. The world needs money. Lots of money. Because right now, if we ain't got that, what's left? No, seriously, what's left? Straight up. So, my little robot buddy, we gonna go on break. But before we go on break, I'll give you guys updates right now. WWE 2K25, they're gonna start doing pre-orders January 28th. I talked to some of my cats at GameStop, so I'm gonna start pre-ordering mines on January 28th. Just to let you know. Prince, I'm gonna do another show in a minute. I'm going a little old school tonight, so I got the Pac-Man Champion Edition 2 that has Gallagher, Pac-Man, and Dig Dug on here. So I'm going a little retro tonight as far as on that. And a good thing about this, I paid $20 for it. I said, you know, it's time to do some little retro gaming tonight. Yep. What's your thoughts on WWE 2K25? I'm about to answer that right now. Spoiler alert right now. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. Roman Reigns is on the cover of WWE 2K25, and that will make it his second time being on a WWE 2K video game. And again, shout out goes out to the WWE Corporation, the WWE Enterprises, the WWE Network. Triple H is still the man. Shout out goes out to the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Again, I'm sorry if I gave a little spoiler alert. We don't know if that's official or not, but I'm just hearing rumors through the grapevine, so they're just rumors. Then again, who knows? The rumors might be true because I have seen little clips on what they're going to do with this game. But my thoughts on WWE 2K25, because again, don't get me wrong, I still love 24, you know. And that's funny because right now, I got every WWE game that was even made from WWE SmackDown. And then here's the killer part. When I get my own house someday, I will have every game of every year that was WWE made. I got all of them. Didn't trade them in or nothing. I got each and every last one of them. So your question is, what is my thoughts on WWE 2K25? I'm going to answer that right now. I was on Facebook today and somebody put up a questionnaire saying, what do they want to see on WWE 2K25? All right, here's my thoughts right now. One, fix the Wi-Fi issue. That's your biggest problem on all the WWE games. No offense to the WWE Corporation. And I told you guys once before, WWE need to come up with their own satellites. The Hair Crusher made a return on WWE 2K24. Yep. What they need to do, especially with the WWE games, Triple H, Final Boss, you guys seriously need to put up a satellite in space. I guess what I'm saying is the game looks incredible, but the online has been an issue for years. Here is my answer to that. You guys make billions of dollars around the world entertaining everybody through wrestling and sports entertainment. Trip, Rock, put up your own satellite. Y'all got the money for it. Put it up there. This will help improve. First of all, it will help improve the ratings of your show. That will help a lot as far as with cable. I feel like this. If you guys can afford Netflix, I'm sure you guys can afford your own satellite. Work a deal with NASA. Make that work. Y'all don't need no Wi-Fi towers. That ain't working no more. You need your own server. Get a satellite. Exactly, the service on WWE is god awful. No, it ain't so much as that. I think what it is, I mean, then again, you're right about that. I think the problem is when it comes down to online, they Wi-Fi towers or however they're doing it, it's not strong enough. I don't think it's the game entirely, because again, when you online, the signal is random, and I can prove it to you. On the weekends, everybody and their mama is on that game. During the middle of the week, you can get on easy. You can get on easy. Easy. Here's my answer to resolve all that. You can make the best game in the world. You can make the most crappiest game in the world. Little robot that you can go on break. You can do all that. All right. Check out my new Shadow, Knuckles, and Sonic t-shirt. Yeah, I told you I love t-shirts. And but this is how to resolve a problem. Trip, Rock, talk to NASA. Get y'all a satellite. That will help improve the WWE network. That will help improve streaming. That sure in the hell will improve game performance, because the Wi-Fi towers you have here on Earth, not enough. They're not enough. It's space. How can you go wrong? Because that's what I would do. I'm like, man, all right, because on the planet, it's not enough. They got the money, put up a satellite. Now, what's some of the features I would love to see in WWE 2K25? Because right now, the women start branching out their own titles now. Because I know Chelsea Green is the Women's United States Champion. I didn't see the match tonight because I don't have networks between Lila Valkyria and what's her name? Give me a second. Give me a second. Dakota Kai for the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Now Triple H is a genius. I'm glad he letting the women branch out so they can have their own titles like the men, because the men has their Intercontinental and US, and now he's smart now. Well, he was always smart, but now he's being more cool, letting the women do their thing now, as far as the women's US title and the women's Intercontinental title. I think that's cool. I honestly really think that's a cool thing. All right. But some of the matches I would love to see in WWE 2K25. These are just my suggestions. And if WWE is watching this right now, if y'all run with my suggestions, email me, hook a brother up, talk to me. This is what they should put in. They should put in, and I've seen this one time, but never on a video game. I've saw it live, but never on a video game. And I remember this match real well, and I think it was between Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair when they did the first woman's Hell in a Cell match. Put that on there. Y'all need to put that on there. The first woman's Hell in a Cell match. Y'all need to put in the first woman's Bury Alive match. Y'all need to put in the first woman's ambulance match. Because don't get me wrong, I ain't sexist. I mean, the men can throw down, but if you really think about it, the women can throw down just as good as the men. In fact, in some cases, even better. Y'all need to do that. Y'all need to put in the first woman's Hell in a Cell. All right. Put in the first woman's hardcore match. You know what? Not even so much as hardcore. I take that back. Don't even put in a hardcore, because I don't want them to get all beat up and then it don't look right. But what y'all can do, y'all could put in the first woman's TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs. All right? Y'all can do that. Okay? And put in the women's US and Intercontinental titles. Put them on there. Here's another suggestion for online besides the satellite. Y'all should be able to the point where y'all should be able to compete with the belts online, as far as the championships and the tag championships. Okay, and then the way that should go, but these are just my ideas. If y'all listening, email me, talk to me. What they should do in WWE 2K25 is have to the point where you can compete against each other, but compete for the belts. Okay, so how that system should work is, for every time you hold on to the belt, your rank goes higher. For every time you lose the belt, your rank gets decreased. Okay, and then if you win so many wins, let's just say you hold on to the belt, okay, and you win 100 wins, but you still hold on to the belt. What that does, you should be able to have it to the point where if you hold on to the belt and get 100 wins, I think this ideal is they should come up with like a special outfit that you can unlock for your character or for your created character, and add that to the game. Just like how they did let's see, like the build your faction, having something similar to that. And the belts y'all should have online to compete, it should be for the for the world or the universal championship or for the tags. I think that should be an excellent idea. You get 100 wins, cool. So the more wins you get, the higher your rank goes. And if you get a certain amount of wins, you start unlocking stuff that's online and add it to your roster. It's just like I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get in trouble, but I think that would be a great idea. Okay, compete for the belts online. Compete. You lose, your rank won't be as high as everybody else. Okay, and have it where it's two ways. You can go for, with, or without the belts. Now, if you go for without the belts, you can still have your rank go up. If you go for the belts, your rank goes up even higher and faster, if that makes any sense. So WWE, if you hear my ideals right now, y'all just need to think about it. And even if you don't go with any of those ideals, I would think the best thing, let the women do more of their thing. Okay? Especially on the matches I just mentioned. All right? And you guys need to get a satellite. Seriously, get a satellite. Y'all got the money. Talk to NASA. Work out a deal. Put a satellite up there. Because I'm going to say this, and Prince can back me up on this. And keep in mind, my show going to be up for another few more minutes. So, even back, and I got to go there, even back on PlayStation 2, and I'm not gonna lie, man, not even so much as far as PlayStation 2 and 3. The online gaming back then had a little bit more perception than what we got now. Here it is, we got high speed internet, like I said. It ain't our internet. Then again, some people's internet is slower than us, so I can't speak that for everybody. I don't think it's that. I think whatever they have as a server, it's not enough. Trip, rock, get a satellite. And in a way, that'll help you guys win. And I'm pretty sure, again, shout out goes out to Hunter, dude. I love you, man. I love you and Shawn Michaels. I love you guys to death. And I'm pretty sure what you're saying in your mind, you want to do what's best for business. I've been hearing that slogan for so long, man. I respect that, but at the same time, it might be best for business. Just because it's best doesn't always mean it's always right for business. I'm going to tell you what's right for business. Get a satellite. You got the money. Put it in space. And watch the results get better. Okay? It's space. How you going to go wrong? How can you possibly go wrong? You got a satellite going around the Earth 365 days a year. At all times. How can you go wrong? And if you like my idea, email me. Email me. Have me a guest on your show. Have me a guest. Hey, have me a guest. You want me to be a guest on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. If you put me on NXT, huge fan of Nikita Lyons. Shout out goes out to Nikita Lyons. I love you. But other than that, that's what y'all need to do. So those are my thoughts. Have the women be involved with more matches. Put up a satellite. Okay. But those are not the only games that's coming out. And here he is right now. AKA Matt Unique. AKA Prince Unique. AKA Prince U Yeet. My brother from New York City. The man that I got nothing but love and respect for. Thank you for being a part of this show, because I'm just about to end this show in 5 more minutes. But I'm glad you're on here like always. You is the co-host of my show, so my show is always your show. But I don't know if you heard my ideals just moments ago, but if you think about it, those are some good ideals.
Yeah, I like them.
Prince, I'm not going to, right, do the, right, yeah, dude, right. That, and there shouldn't be no, and that's the thing, Prince, it shouldn't be no excuse with that. There shouldn't be no excuse. Dude, you knew how it was back in the days when we was on PlayStation 2. Now, that's embarrassing, but at the same time, you saw what I saw too. We got online better back then than we did now, and we got more greater stuff now than we did back then. And it was stable. Yep, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, and you can back me up on this. The last time you and I and everybody else back then, man, Fountain of Pain and everybody else and Wicked and everybody else, when we was so much on PlayStation, not so much as on 2, when we was on 3. 2 was impressive also. I'm not gonna put nothing down on 2. But when we was on 3, the longest, and I'm telling you, know this just as good as I do. When we had a 1 hour ladder match. And it was 4-on-4. It was 8 of us in a 1 hour. That's the longest I ever been online with anybody. And even though we might have lost the signal maybe not even 3 minutes, you know, but it always restored. You're right, it always restored. Right. And on PlayStation 2, if we lost the signal, we got back right away. We could be in a party, lost the match, and then come right back with that same party, with that same setup and everything. And that was on PlayStation 2. But you go ahead. Go ahead. Dude. Yeah, it was way stable. And that's embarrassing because that was on a 2 and a 3. And you want to know what? I agree with you. It was stable. Now here it is. We got the 5. Ain't knocking the 5. Probably one of the most dominant systems that PlayStation ever made within this series. So I don't think it's the unit, because if they can do it on the 2 and they did it on the 3 and we was on there longer, and back then, like you said, they probably had better service back then. They need to have better service now. And I tell you what that company was, THQ. THQ and Utes Corporation. Now, Don't get me wrong, 2K is doing an excellent job. So it depends on what game it is. But I hate that we're not with THQ right now, because I would say this, because when you was on THQ, the server did last longer. And I'm seeing what you're saying now, and that is true. It did last longer. The graphics was standard, and I'm not complaining about that. But the online mobility lasts longer. Now, and yeah, now don't get me wrong, the graphics we have now on certain games as WWE 2K24, they do look impressive. The gameplay looks impressive, but the online, y'all gotta do better, man. And I want to bring this up too, and I'm gonna let you say something else. Another thing, WWE, what y'all need to work on now, as far as movement is concerned, improve your reverse capabilities, both on and offline. Improve your reverses, and improve the fact if you get pinned down, try to get up even faster. Now the moves and all that other stuff is cool, but improve your pins, improve your reverses and counters. That needs work. That needs a ton of work. It really does. But Prince, I'm gonna let you get back to what you were saying.
Oh no, just I just realized, like, I mean, compare. I mean, and yes, the rap wasn't as
And I can get away with that. The online, and you want to know what, brother? You right. I mean, back then, I didn't so much as worried about the graphics and all that, but like you said, the online was better, especially if you're, depends on what kind of match it is. Like if we in a ladder match, or if we're in an elimination chamber, because or Royal Rumble was challenging too.
Oh yeah.
But I definitely liked it better when it was an elimination chamber and we had a ladder match. I swear, I wish we could recap that all over again. When we had that was the best online experience I had back on 2 and 3 when we used to do that. We was in a 1 hour ladder match, and that was the boy. To this day, I think about that over and over again. I'm like, Chris, to get the ladder and do that helicopter move. I'm like, Chris, it's me. He just knocked me the hell down, man. I missed that, man. Those. They had that. They had that on a game. I can't remember what game it was. They did have 3 stages of hell. They need to bring that back. You know what they need to bring back on this game? If they really want to set it off, they can bring back the Inferno match. The slobber knocker, yeah. They need to bring back the gauntlet match. They definitely need to bring back the Hell in Hell in Cell been done, but the Inferno match, yes. The I Quit match, yes. They need to bring that back. There are so many legendary matches they need to bring up. They need to bring back the it was something else. I don't want to even go as far as too much I don't want to go as far as too much rated R on this, but if they really want to bring back the Attitude Era, hell, y'all can bring back the bra and panty match. Might as well.
Oh wow,
the food fight match. You know, the bikini contest. You know, they need to bring some things back, but I'm telling you, I think my ideal as far as the woman's Hell in a Cell, the woman's ambulance match, the Bury Alive, you know, the stuff like that, they need to bring that in the mix. They really do, because they will get over, man. They are seriously, they will, and compete for the titles online, with or without, you know, which I think that would change the concept. Or hell, if they want to, they can add another feature where you can put your own belt online and compete for that and try to win that back.
Sure.
See, there's options. Here's another option. And I think this will really blow this game up. So WWE, I hope you listening. Now, they should have it. We should be able to pick our own soundtrack, long as it's not WWE related,
Right.
and add that to the game. If I want to listen to some pop coming out on my entrance, we should be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that for example. If I want to listen to some Biggie, you know, long as they get all the approval and copyrights from them, that's making sure it's okay. Yeah, it can be clean for all I care. It ain't even got to be dirty. It can be clean. See, that's what WWE need to do. Is, you know, we can, instead of them coming out on their music, let's pick our own music. Long as it's clean. Long as it's clean, they get the copyrights approval. We can download it, put it on a flash drive, and play our own music. That'll get over. Dude, trust me, I got some hellified ideals. I really do. And for all you know, it might work. You know, it might work. So, Trip, if you're listening, Final Boss, if you're listening, you know, I know you guys are trying to do what's right for business. And again, I love the WWE, man. I'm going to be a WWE fan till the day I die, man. But if you expect us to do right for the business, y'all got to do what's, you know, I mean, what I meant to say, if y'all want to do what's best for business, y'all need to do what's right for the consumers. Because without us, this ain't flowing. It ain't flowing. You know. Now, the one thing they've done all these years that I do like, and it's impressive, the community center. Keep that. I like the community center. I like the career. I like the management mode. All that's cool. But it's time to start adding features that's completely what the customers, what the consumers, the customers, the fans, everybody, what they want. You know, sometimes you gotta, if you want to stay good with the people, you gotta give the people what they want, man. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, that's how it should be. You know, and another thing they need to do, you know, when you go to face creation, they should have it, because for people who still have the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5 camera, instead of you trying to sketch out your face the way you want, the way you're supposed to look, they should have an option where the camera should pick up your face automatically and sketch it for you through face recognition, through your PlayStation 4 or 5 camera. They should have an option where let the camera do the majority of the work. Now, as far as your body and everything else, you set it up the way you want to. They should have that. They should have that kind of feature now. where I should be able to look into my camera, hold still from the PlayStation 4 or 5, then make a copy of it, okay, and then you can save it on, and then you can upload it or download it to the community center. Now everything else, like your body, you handle that yourself. Now they could do that also, like if you got tattoos or stuff like that, because when you go to face, you know, how you create your face, it's like that's cool, but that's too much work. I gotta sketch my eyes right, my nose right, but we got cameras. Let the camera do the majority of the work as far as your face. Your body and all that, you hook that up the way you want to hook it up. You know, or have it where if you, I mean, you can take a picture, that's cool too, but that's what they need to do. Have face recognition so it can do the majority of it for you. And then have it to the point, have an option. Do you like this? Yes or no. If you don't like it, then redo it over. You know, have it pick up everything, your facial expressions, the way you look. Now, everything. Now, as far as your skin color and all that, you can set that up any way you want. I'm just saying, let the PlayStation camera do more than just broadcast and do videos and audios and stuff. You looking right into the camera anyway. I'm sure they got the technology where let the camera do the majority of the work as far as how you want to make your creative superstar. Now everything else, the hair, the look, the outfit, the design, all that, that's fine. I think the best facial design, and I'm going old school again, when it was on, and they can bring this option back if they want to too. The best facial designs that I ever liked, even though everything was in metric system, but they did a fair job, and that's when it was on PlayStation 2. When you go to face recognition, it'll give you numeric scales on how you want to measure your face, like your eyes, nose, and everything. And it'll give you guidelines on how you want it as close as possible. They can do it like that because the way they got it now, it's like I got to guess. I shouldn't have to guess. So they can do a little bit of the old school or do it through my ideal. Just look through the camera, let the camera do the work, the rest you put in. However you want it. They will get over. They will get over. And now what's going to happen if they do it like that? Now people going to start buying more PlayStation 5 cameras. They're going to start finding a way to buy PlayStation 4 cameras. You let the camera do the work. In other words, it's like a selfie. Take a selfie, add it to your body. I think that's fair. And they will get over. They will get over. But again, WWE 2K25 is, because I spoke to the manager at GameStop 2 days ago. I think the 28th I could start reordering. Now I don't know if they're gonna have a collector's edition. It's been like 2 years since I bought a collector's edition. If they do, and I'm gonna tell this to my viewers right now, when it comes down to collector's edition, no collector's edition should cost more than the actual game itself. Now, I will buy a collector's edition, depends on what the price is, but if you get a game that you want to get the season pass for it, I don't mind paying, like the game itself is going to come out like $75. I don't mind paying $30 more to get the season pass. That's cool too. But if it's a collector's edition, and I'll tell this to anybody once again, no collector's edition. If it don't cost no more than $150, I ain't going no higher than $180. Anything past $180, as much as I want it, I'm not buying it. Because y'all getting over. For $180, y'all got to make it worth my while. You know, give me some extra skins, more outfits, bobblehead, soundtrack of the game, extra more credits or what I have to get later. Make it worth my while. Because, you know, I mean, if it's over $200, I don't care how bad I want it. I ain't buying it, dude. I'm not. But I will, if they do come up with the game and it's a season pass, I'm definitely going to go get it. So we're going to see what's going to happen. But I did see some little photos of it. Now, it do look impressive, but the looks ain't going to do me no good if you guys don't improve your server. And I'm telling you, out of all the ideals, if you don't want to run with, fine, it is what it is. But at least improve your servers or put a satellite in space. I say go with the satellite because now it can't help but pick up. It's around the world. They got the money for it. I don't care what anybody say. But we do got other games coming in on the horizon before I wrap up this show. Um, what I'm about to say. I'm still waiting on the Wolverine. That's supposed to be coming out sometime this year. I'm hearing rumors and speculations on Wonder Woman. I'm hearing rumors and speculations they're trying to make the Venom the video game. I'm not sure. Let me dig in the dirt more and see what's going on. And I'm also hearing huge rumors, not so much as on Wolverine, but for the first time in a long time, if everything goes well, Blade. Yeah. So you got a lot of impressive stuff coming out. And don't forget next month, Captain America's uh, Brave New World with Anthony Mackie as Falcon, aka slash Captain America, and Harrison Ford. He gonna play President Ross slash the Red Hulk. I'm I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that as soon as it come out. Well, Prince, we're gonna wrap the show up, but before we do, before you bless the show, is there any last final comments you want to add towards the show? And before I end my show, I will put up the birthday banner. But first, I want to get let's get you out the way. Is there anything you want to add to the table before we end this show?
Oh, I mean,
I mean, it don't have to be game wise. I'm just thinking, is there anything else that you want to say right off the top of your mind, right quick? It don't necessarily have to be game wise.
um, I mean,
Okay, 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 boy. But what I will do, we could do this right now, little robot. But you come on back out here, and we gonna do this right quick before I end my show. Let's see, cause I gotta put it up right now. Yeah, I found it. Robot buddy, you gotta go back to work one more time. And if this is your birthday month of January 13th, 2025, happy birthday from all of us from DC Networks and Power Players. My next guest is, do I give out birthday shout outs? Yes, I do. One, you have to sub to the show. Two, you leave in the comments for us the day of or the day after. And three, if I see it in the comments, I will give you a shout out live on the Spotty 09 show. DC Networks presents Power Players. Robot Buddy, now you officially go on break. Let me give our final shout outs right quick to the president and co-founder of DCN Presents Power Players, Sean the Genius Harris, and everybody at the Harrison headquarters on the south side of Chicago. To Sean's sister April, keep in mind him and his sister are the king and queen of anime. If you want to check out anime, go to DCN Anime Club on Facebook. Not only Sean and his sister April are the king and queen of anime, Sean is also the official Godzilla expert for all your Godzilla informational needs. So that's DCN Anime Club on Facebook. Shout out goes out to Sean's daughter, Sarah, my goddaughter, my little lima man. I love you. Who else? To my West Side family, Redmond, shout out goes out to you guys. To my immediate family, Quickness, Colognes, Johnson, and Millsap, shout out goes out to you. To my close friend, Marjorie Vallejo, shout out goes out to you. To my other best friend, Vicky Richmond and Mario, shout out goes out to you. Who else? To everybody at North and Sheffield Commons, Officer D will be back at work Friday to protect the malls from the forces of evil. To the guru, Larry Leonard, the Larry Leonard headquarters. We talked earlier today. Take your time, man. We know what you've been through. I'm not gonna make too many details on it. Just take your time. And without further delay, and again, shout out goes out to my co-host of the show, Prince U Yeet. Shout out goes out to him. And to our boy Jeremiah King. You didn't get locked up this year. We proud of you. Just to let you know. All right. You know, so, let me know. You didn't steal nobody's wallet yet because, we ain't hearing anything about that. So we good. Right now, Prince, like always, if it's not too much to ask, man, we're about to wrap this show up. And I'm asking you, please, if it's okay. Like always, I love when you come on the show. Hey, man, bring us home, man.
Yeah.
Bring us home.
Just focusing on what's in front of you. Because there's, maybe some distractions, inside or outside distractions.
Mm.
The best thing to focus on, sleep
Right.
go that is realistic.
Right.
Everything that is not realistic beneficial it doesn't serve you, then it should be
Exactly.
all sense.
Exactly.
And this, I think, is to cut off any, or even certain
Right. Okay. All right. And that's the problem with the world now. Right. Mm. That's true. That's true. Right. Dude, you took the words right out of my mouth. You took you hitting it tonight, right? Exactly. It's better than nothing. Right. It's crazy, man. Right, right, right. No, I agree. I agree with you, brother. I really agree, man. Like I said, you know, people need to be reminded on that, and that is important, man, because you know, you get what you deserve, but at the same time, you want to be thankful for what you have because, especially with life, man, because without that, what's the sense of you living? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and right, yeah, man. Just like I said on my last show, man, and I'm just gonna make this brief and let it go, man. I mean, and I'll break it down real quick. Everybody wants to have a good life when the time comes, and I'm gonna have to work hard for that good life. And I mean, after the ordeal I went 2 years ago and had a heart attack, and God gave me a second chance, I have to turn that into a blessed life now. I don't know how long that's gonna take me, but I know whatever plan He has for me, it'll come into fruition, and then when it happens, I'm cool, I'm straight, and it don't take. Believe me, Prince, I'm with you on that. It don't take a lot to please me, man. It really don't. Go ahead, go ahead. Right, right, mm-hmm, right. Yeah, they do. They do. They do. They do. You're right. Yep. Well, Prince, do I keep telling everybody because we don't wrap it up. I keep telling everybody that I'm with you on that. Life is the greatest magic of all, man. It's not so much of an illusion. It's just the greatest spectacle of what you can do with it, man, and how well you use that magic is up to you, man. Because once that power is gone, it's gone. And I agree with you on that, man. Appreciate it while you are here. Believe me, I'm a living testimony, man. I got a second chance in life, and now I have to use that magic wisely. You know, you know, I mean, wisely and try to keep it as blessed as you could, but wisely. You know. Well, we about to end this show. Um, Let me play my little theme music again. Appreciate you giving us the final comments and words of the night. And in 3, 2, 1. And when you hear that music, that means D's word of the night, January 13th, 2025, has come to a closure in its final destination. Well, that's it. And again, like always, thank you for being a part of the show. In a few moments, might do a little old school tonight. I going back into the time machine. I picked this up tonight, the Pac-Man Champion Edition. So you might be seeing me playing some Gallagher, Pac-Man, Dig Dug. Got it on sale, $20. So I told my boy Larry Lynn I might do a little retro tonight. Maybe later, if not tomorrow or Tuesday, we might get into some Marvel Rivals if you're down for it. Only way I get into it tonight, unless Wicked contact us or whatever. But we gonna see what happens. All right. About to end my show. We need more subscribers, so please sub to the show. Leave in comments. I'm out of here. It's Darnell Crittenden from DC and Emerson Power Players, along with my co-host Matt Unique, aka Prince U Yeet. I talk to everybody later and later, and man, just um, take the wisdom and use it towards your own blessings. But again, what Prince Unique said tonight, that was the final comment. But I'm glad he said what he said, because this will give us a learning experience to keep being blessed and keep moving forward. I'm out of here. I see everybody next time on the next D's Word of the Night. Take care. Peace. Until next time, Chicago. Until next time, the world. This is Darnell Crittenden from DC and Epsom Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Public service announcement. Other than it's cold outside, you be a darn fool. Be shooting, knowing that the bullets might freeze in midair. Put those guns down, man. It's too cold for that, especially in the shop. Go in the house, watch TV, do something. Don't be out here in this hawk trying to shoot somebody. The life you save may be your own. The bullet you spare might save somebody else. Put them guns down. Real truth.